Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So Trump is still trending over on Twitter and the internet is still ablaze over what took place yesterday in America at the Pennsylvania rally. Trump was almost killed, believe it or not. They have now identified who the actual shooter is, or was, I should say, and the internet is ablaze about why in the world did that person decide to try and kill Trump. You have a lot of these really insane, crazy leftists, which I'll show you some in just a moment, that are outraged. They are absolutely furious over the fact that this shooter missed Trump. Now, it is only by the grace of God that the bullet missed Trump. It is only by the grace of God that at the exact point Trump moved his head just a tiny little bit, because if he didn't move his head, that bullet would have gone right through his brain and he would no longer be here. But because Trump moved his head just ever so slightly, the bullet hit his ear. Now, the mainstream media are incredibly evil. I'm not gonna lie, they are just pure evil. More than that, you have a lot of these radical leftists that are just pure evil as well. Like, why would you wish somebody that you don't even know ill will and harm on? That doesn't make any sense to me, but alas, the radical leftists, they hate this man with a passion because they believe in so much propaganda, so many lies. They even refer Trump to Hitler, for goodness sake. But yet you have people like Alexandra Cortez, or whatever the hell her name is, AOC for short. She's saying, oh, we need to call for peace and whatever else. Like, here is a tweet. There is no place of political violence, including the horrific incident just witnessed in Pennsylvania. It is absolutely unacceptable and must be denounced in the strongest terms. My heart goes out to all the victims, and I wish the former president a speedy recovery. And Matt Walsh clearly points out this. The hypocrisy in all this is just maddening. But that's the radical left for you, right? They'll say one thing to make themselves look like they are the pinnacle of the best thing in the world, but in reality, they're just pure evil. It is absurd. But didn't you say that Trump is a dangerous dictator who tried to overthrow democracy and was running concentration camps at the border? Why would violence against someone like that be unacceptable? Or are you admitting that you were always full of shit? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, this whole incident is crazy. It's crazy. And the people that are saying like that it's Trump's fault or it was faked or everything else like that, they're just as crazy. They're like major conspiracy theorists, and they're the ones that are going after people like Alex Jones for Alex Jones in the Sandy Hook case. And now they are sounding just as crazy as Alex Jones was with the whole Sandy Hook incident. Like, they don't get it. But no one seems to point that out to them because they're in their own little world, but yet their voice is so loud, and like, it's so loud. It's so frustrating to see. And then you have so many people like the likes of Harry Sisson, for example, who is the actual definition of what an idiot is. And look, he's young, he's dumb, he's foolish. I hope and pray that he actually grows the hell up, because I've seen him on Piers Morgan. He sounds intelligent, but the thing is, he's actually not. Everything he's saying is just complete nonsense, if you ask me. Like, none of it is rooted in any facts whatsoever. He's a little boy and he needs to put on some grown-up pants, if you ask me. That's me being kind to a guy that has got no idea what time of day it is, what the hell's going on. If he believes that a senile old man is still able to run for 4 more years, that's problematic. If you think that what Biden said on the podium yesterday in regards to the Trump response was strong, you're kidding yourself, mate. What I think should happen, and I know Americans love an Australian telling them exactly how to run the country and how to do the political system properly, but there is so much division at the moment in America. You can see it. It's rife. So what would be a great idea is to have Biden and Trump hold a rally together and show that their country is actually significantly unified. But there's none of that. It's just complete contempt for the other person, except Trump doesn't wish ill on Biden, except the Democrats wish ill on Trump. It's amazing to me. Like, they say that Trump is a dictator, or he wants to be a dictator for a day, and they go after him. They say he's a threat to democracy, which is Joe Biden's very own words and tweet. And Joe Biden actually put out a tweet. At the end of it was a bullseye. You got to put Trump in a bullseye. That's aged well, hasn't it? My goodness me, like the country is just an absolute mess. And the mainstream media, yet again, the way they reported what happened yesterday is just truly despicable. Truly despicable. They're trying as much as humanly possible to remove the fact that it was an assassination attempt. And they were trying to go, oh, we don't want to speculate. We don't want to rush in too quickly. Libs of TikTok posted this. I can't stress this enough. The media is pure evil. Newsweek. MAGA responds with outrage after Donald Trump injured at Pennsylvania rally. They missed the fact that he was almost assassinated. He was almost killed. Now, here's the deal. That sniper almost started a civil war. Literally. And again, I'll say it is only by the grace of God that he didn't actually hit Trump or Trump moved his head. Everyone's going, he missed. No. Trump moved his head at the right time. Look at this. We have a photo of the bullet whizzing past Trump. The ear. For those people that don't believe that it's real or that he had a blood pack in his mouth and he just crushed it and blood came out of his mouth, then what happened to his ear? Like, what about the medical reports? What about the actual bullets? What about the person that actually died? Look at the bullet. You can see it. Oh, it's fake. Photoshop, people. Good special effects. This person, Luke Radowski, posted this on Twitter. I thought it was interesting. So let me get this straight. 1, the shooter at Trump's rally was spotted acting suspiciously near the event. Authorities announced over radio to keep an eye on him, and this info was passed to Secret Service, according to CNN. So you had all these witnesses trying to tell, there's a video circulating as well of a witness that actually went and told police that he saw a suspicious person with a rifle climbing onto the roof. They did nothing. So the Secret Service, the FBI, the police, whoever was there, really did a terrible job in protecting the president, and heads are going to roll, I'm pretty sure, very, very soon, because this was either planned, not by Trump, but by the other side, and the Secret Service were in on it because their reaction was terrible. And then the sniper, he waited for the other shooter to fire first. Now, if you see somebody with a rifle about to fire on the president, do you wait for that shooter to actually fire first, or do you take the first shot? Obviously, you take the first shot. You don't wait for the shooter to take the first shot, but you see the shooter fired like 5 shots before the police officer actually opened fire. Now, that's problematic. If I was the candidate, right, I would want people, service members, that actually knew what the hell they were doing. I could trust them with my life, but they had no idea what they were doing. They did a terrible job. Now, I don't want to sound all sexist here, but you had a female that had no idea what she was doing. Like, you had the head of the Secret Service, which happens to be a woman. A video is circulating as well saying that the woman just wants more diversity. I don't care about diversity. When it comes to saving somebody's life and protecting somebody's life, diversity is non-existent. I don't care who the hell you are. I only care about whether or not you can actually do the damn job and do it properly. Do it well. Keep me safe, or keep President Trump safe. But alas, these people seem to care about whether or not you're a woman or you're gay or whatever else, than whether or not you can actually do your job. It's problematic if you're only worried and solely focused on literally your gender and not whether or not you can do the job properly. Issues are going to arise, believe you me. Number 2, the shooter made it to the roof with a full rifle kit as 2 witnesses saw him and say they were telling authorities and screaming about him for an estimated 3 to 4 minutes. Hey, there's a guy on the roof there with a rifle Are you going to do something about it? Nah, she'll be right, mate. Let him go. He's not going to be any harm. 3, a standard sniper spotted team tasked with covering such a critical direction waits an estimated 42 seconds after looking directly at the shooter, allowing him to take 5 shots at Trump. 4, the Secret Service decides it's okay to keep Trump on stage for an extended period of time where he's able to face and actually address the crowd with an active shooter. You see, the only reason why we have that photo is because the Secret Service member is a short female, first and foremost. And secondly, they don't rush him off. He tells them to wait, raise his fist and says, fight, fight, fight. Now, I want to show you this. CNN is from the pit of hell. They don't care about the fact that Donald Trump almost died. What they seem to care about the most is the fight, fight, fight.
I do want to say there was one thing that when I watched the tape, I found odd because of all of the heated rhetoric. And that is that after he was hit, former President Trump got up and said, fight, fight, fight. I think what we're hearing from people is that's not the message that we want to be sending right now. We want to tamp it down.
Yeah, I would just know one thing on this.
CNN's Jamie Gangel attacks Trump for saying fight, fight, fight after someone tried to murder him. Trump is the victim in this case, but of course, according to CNN, Jamie, Trump's sending the wrong message. I think he's sending the perfectly clear message after the man's life was almost taken from him. But of course, the mainstream media does what the mainstream media does best. And let me just say this, the mainstream media is done. It's dead. It's been dead for a while. This well and truly nailed the coffin. Nailed it. Well done, Jamie, for destroying CNN and the rest of them. They're all just so terrible. It's not even funny anymore. It's really just sad. It's pathetic, if you ask me. But all they seem to care about is the fact that Trump said fight, fight, fight. Like, I guess you would say that if someone tried to kill you. Well done. Thank you. Thank you for trying to take my life. You're insane. Also, the Americans, like in an active, there's an active shooter there. They don't rush out. No, they stand there and they start chanting their president. Like, they start chanting USA, USA, Trump, Trump, Trump. Like, that is totally badass if you ask me, because a lot of other people will get the hell out of there. They would run for the hills. Here's some more headlines from the news. Trump escorted away after loud noises at Pennsylvania rally. Washington Post, NBC. It's always the extreme far left ones. And CNN, they were just, oh my goodness, some of the headlines that I was reading from CNN, pathetic, absolutely pathetic. Going back to the other one before, number 4, the Secret Service. Okay, so number 5, the Secret Service didn't think of securing the high point and advantage area over the events. Yeah, what do you think really happened here? There's a lot of unanswered questions, right? Yeah, it's rather interesting stuff if you ask me. So Charlie Kirk also posted this, breaking: the top political advisor to Democrat mega donor Reid Hoffman sent an email last night to journalists arguing the possibility the assassination attempt against Trump was staged by Trump for political benefit. Now, you also had Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. Again, another person that has the definition of idiot quite well affirmed to them. He said that the bullets that you heard, it's just a BB round. So a BB round happened to also kill an innocent bystander too, right? Seemed to blow off somebody's head. That was a baby round. Yeah, Cenk, you're insane, mate. According to Dimitri Melhorn, one possibility which feels horrific and alien and absurd in America, but is quite common globally, is that this shooting was encouraged and maybe even staged so Trump could get the photos and benefit from the backlash. That's according to Dimitri. Our enemies are mentally ill. I think they're a lot more than that. Here is a Sunday opinion from the New York Times. This is from Elon Musk. He posts it, right? He failed the test of leadership and betrayed America. Voters must reject him in November. Not even a day after he's had an attempt on his life. This is what the New York Times does. They're already running more hit pieces on somebody that is running for office and has had he took a bullet for the damn country, for goodness sake. That's not good enough. Oh, and Harry Sisson would love you all to know that Trump doesn't care about his supporters at all because it's a really hot day. Pennsylvania, wasn't enough water. There was people crying for help, all that sort of stuff. That's what Harry Sisson would love you to believe yet again. And also Harry Sisson would love you all to believe that, Trump's still got all these indictments. He's still got all these crimes against him, but doesn't matter the fact that Trump was almost killed by a Democrat. Well, he was a donor to the Democrats. According to Harry Sisson, yes, he was a registered Republican, but in that particular area, you have a lot of people that are registered Republicans, but you're quite free to do whatever the hell you want, evidently. I think that's the way it works. So you can vote, you can do what, yeah. Anyway, so here's another interesting aspect and why I believe that really God had his hand of protection on Trump. So Jack Poso posted this. The bullets were fired at 6:11 p.m. Ephesians 6:11, which reads this. Put on the whole armor of God that you may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil. Quite poetic, right? So the man that tragically lost his life is Corey Competore. He was killed at the Trump rally. Solid father-daughter joke here is evidence against Destiny's claim he is a effing retard based on a Twitter reply. So Destiny decided that he wanted to mock this man that died and call him an effing retard because he responded to a Instagram post like there's 4 people. Which one do you want to save? He put in Putin, and Destiny decided to respond with something that is utterly despicable. And I call Destiny yet again just a sick and twisted bastard, and he needs to really watch what he says on online. He should just delete his account entirely and get off Twitter. There's some people, yes, I'm all for free speech, but there's some people that just needs to shut the hell up. And like the guy's tragically dead, and yet you want to spit on him, you want to mock him, you want to just get lost, man. Honestly, get lost. That just goes to show you the derangement syndrome in full effect, doesn't it? Anyway, my friends, I'm glad that Trump is all right. Continue to pray for his safety. There's a reason why we pray for his safety. America, man. Wow. The whole division is just crazy. But you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.